Bringing it back around with another detective game. I've heard that this game is pretty good, and I've never seen anything about it though. It was on sale, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not try it out? Well, let's start. Archetype. Let's see. Extreme physical, interact with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Very psychological, magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Awesome. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Okay, sensitive build. Fairies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Arthur Thomas.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
Was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Just never let me go. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
I wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Oh, was waiting for me. I don't care. I'm an idiot. I'm braving it. Real.
Somewhere in the soul, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
They told me there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please know I changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. Yeah.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Open your eyes. Okay, this is interesting. Someone had a rough night. I'm walking so weirdly. Hey man, can I? Yeah, put some pants on, man. Interesting. Punches and guts feeling, dreams and walking life, empathy, authority, spirit to corpse, suggestions, half light. Interesting. Okay. Unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotions, and foreboding that enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into the which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these dramatic riddles mean for the world fate? Huh. Sight. Yellow one. This.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Ben says bottle. It's empty. Someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on rolling empty. This is intro. This is different. I really do enjoy the art. He bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liquors. Thank you.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Dude, how drunk
Water
were
sprays
you?
from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Let me move myself a little bit. It's better. Wipe the
As
mirror.
you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's wrong with it?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least my tongue's okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm sorry.
But you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Look at the mirror. Oh!
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Help me! What
Whatever
is
it
this?
At least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
The face is making itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
This is so much just for looking in the mirror. I don't know. It's indescribable.
You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen lip. However,
Okay.
putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
I don't think they have the best chances of winning. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of this expression. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Encyclopedia 1 with a very low chance of 30%. I'm a gambling man.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you
Nah,
know
it was worth
for
it.
now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Mirror B for now. Crack the mirror.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Look out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The morning
Check the
light
damage.
hurts your eyes. It's
Oh.
hazy, but you see the... What do you mean? Assess
Seriously?
the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying?
Trying to see how bad it is. Still usable. Oh. You might go. And is that a tie, I think?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow
Okay.
attached itself.
They gotta stop
around the place.
talking to me like this.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
I like those ends.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain.
Okay.
Gloom comes over you. This is bad.
You reached for a tie.
On your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat.
Cool, I'm
trying
very
not to
unfit
move.
apparently. I can't even stand up and reach a tie. Awesome.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Let's try again.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
Bring it on.
Red spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
Man, this guy is going through it. I have to... Where's my other shoe? Cracked window. I'm missing a shoe. Well, no shoe for me, I guess.
Hello, officer.
Yeah, it just says it's March, the year is 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Officer, am I military personnel? Oh, alright. Hold on.
Officer. No.
She seemed perplexed by your question.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Why'd you call me officer?
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, chief technical officer?
No, you're a police officer, sir.
This response. You're shitting
I'm
me.
not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Whoa! When the right mind will let me be an officer of the law.
So harsh on yourself. You let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
I can see why they wouldn't trust me with the law. I have the right character. Better let it go. Say nothing.
Retreat is not a winning tactic.
I don't remember being a cop or anything else.
Could it be because of the drinking?
Nah.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
She left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Okay, can't break into that room.
The door is closed.
Nah.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something.
Dude, you just knocked on a door. Chill out. Are you doing this? Don't do this to me. Oh,
The
low.
door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care.
Dude, go do something. It's the weekend edition of the Sacrificial newspaper, popular Monday. I don't read. I can't read that. Oh, so that's how I find out where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, money. It's not mine. Well, the sea makes you dizzy. Is that my shoe? Well, that's where my shoe was. I guess the briny wouldn't wash it over you.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin.
Wait, these-
reunited on your feet.
These do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels
Oh.
like the only good thing about you right now.
Alright, let's make our way downstairs.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Why? But what now? Wait, am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But you broke it out the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette.
Why is my mind
or
trying to get me to
an
be a smoker?
entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
The idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly, the garish tie.
Why the fuck is my necktie talking to me?
Or you could not do that. No one is making you.
Enthusiastically do that. I should not do that. Make it priority one. I'm not gonna do that.
They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now.
Not
But
do
find
that.
cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Plus, smoking them gives
No. Whatever. Let me go downstairs, please. I wonder, does that change certain stats? Because Inland Empire seems to be like taking over the most. That's where the lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. You cutting up a hawk over there? Through connect to the radio, the music is seasonal with static.
You sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
So it's immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard.
So
It's a
true.
system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
What should I sing when it
You have
comes
not
to
yet
it?
stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Domination sounds good. They're really gonna gauge on myself with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Am I not supposed to be doing detective work? Find smokes and smoke them. You need to get your hand from some cigarettes and smoke them for those massive bonuses. Find a pack, put it in your hand, equip it in your held slot in your inventory, and the smokes will do the rest. And then sing karaoke. You need to find a sufficiently tragic tape and play it on the boombox to mesmerize the lyrics. And ask the cafeteria manager to perform, preferably in the evening. More people at the bar then. Hey man.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Something tell me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all this time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
I don't know if I should ask that. Can I help?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in the bomber jacket is taping his foot on the floor. Or
Why
tapping
don't you
his
go
foot.
and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you.
Cool.
Concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the
I have
difference?
3 cafeterias to manage. 3.
Three.
Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where's this Sylvie
She
go?
just, you know,
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Cool. Thanks, man. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Can I just... Cool. It's a water cooler. Large bubbles rising to the surface. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. So someone's over here by the door tapping. I'm assuming that's you. Bottle room has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a
On
drink.
the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Those aren't mine. I'm not gonna take them. I mean, why would I wake him up? He's not doing anything. Nah. Because I'd be mad if someone just came up and tried waking me up. Are you going here? Time reads mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600.
Hello, sweetie.
No.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
The real pinball machine is unplugged. Doors bolted. Sign reads kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. I could talk to you, but I want to go out here. You know what?
The worker, isn't it? Perhaps he's on the counter.
Wake him up.
The man does not mind.
Oh,
You've
never
just
mind.
picked up some magnesium.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
I'm just not very strong. Okay. What's up, man?
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Who is he?
He is your half-brother.
Ah, hi.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative.
Okay.
Okay, then.
I don't really know my name.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Not towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, just talk to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
Captain's put more out of habit than impatience. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Yeah, I talk to people.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Oh, dead bodies. Look, man, you know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Dead body?
Mhm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the
I
tree.
don't know about that one.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police
We
officer?
all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down.
What were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
How could you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
The insignia? The white rectangle, you mean?
Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Didn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
No, I mean when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body...
Dead body this, dead body that. He'll be fine. He's not going anywhere.
Good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that. So cigarettes will have to do.
Stop trying to get me to be a smoker.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Hey, man.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
It looks at you realizing he still doesn't know your name. You're currently in between names. Or the Harbinger of Ruin. Yeah, I'm in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Oh, he has 3 of them,
You
apparently.
still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. and I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you avoided the
Oh
subject.
my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard.
Did you kill him, Garrett?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Garrett, you killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is
Why?
this?
Why'd you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? Have you killed someone else then?
He ignores you.
Where exactly is this body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there then?
It's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Let's go.
That's all.
Not
Oh.
so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No
Excuse
one
me?
is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
I don't. Hold on.
don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
I don't have that. What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points to the red ledger on the counter.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Necktie, you're gonna get me in trouble. Stop talking. Did I just hear my tie speak to me twice?
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
I'm not comfortable with this. Try to somehow tuck the tie away. Great advice. I'm considering it.
The lieutenant looks at you tugging on your garish tie. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Is? Okay. What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Okay, I get the first, like, 2. If you didn't even see me come in here and do that, don't blame me for that. What?
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real.
You're
is-
under arrest. But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Where do I get it from?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Why do I need it?
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez. There's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die.
Honestly,
It's
good
not
on
good
him for
all
putting
of us.
up with my
Me too.
bullshit so much.
That's why I need
I'd be
you
so
to
done
pay.
already.
I'm not an asshole.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours. Proceed to show him the coins you found. Is this money?
Yes, it is.
Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What's happening now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Is there somewhere else I can stay around here? I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place, I'll take my chances on the street. I don't have a home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Here for damages. Okay. Thanks, Garrett.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
As I said, I don't have one.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away.
In time or space?
In space.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
But I traced the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number in the building. I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. I'm hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
So many quests. Wait a minute. What's this one? Thought cabinet. So, I'm quite sure how to... Ooh. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so I guess I'll get all kinds of... Wow, that is a lot. Okay, so I can entertain thoughts. -1 composure, ungainly and rambling. Huh. Hop in a hobo cop. Upsides can be chivaled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with a lurch gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. That's just the downside. Whatever. Still sleeping, man?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
And who is this?
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
Why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Wait, what?
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the...
No words to just a primordial scream.
By the yelling man.
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. You're alive. You looked out for the long count there. I just want to see what would happen if I yelled.
Congratulations.
You've seen the future. Now, if you excuse me again, officer.
The worker sinks back on the table ready to continue his nap.
Even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police more than they usually do, at least.
See anything interesting in your dreams?
Thank God, no.
What is the fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred like corpses on
The
a
worker
Elysium?
stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Tell me about Wild Times. Point to the biting lines overalls.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
That's wonderful.
Logistics? Nope. It's a nightmare.
He lets his hand fall back on the table. Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking?
They got it. Majorette's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival.
What is going on?
Slay him.
Who's behind organizing the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
I mean, there's no leader.
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
What about the dead body in the yard?
Yeah. What about it?
I'm cool with it. Do you have many of those hanging from the trees here?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by
Ew.
stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Huh. Someone has to look into it. It looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his
You know,
blue
I didn't even
book.
notice. Time's going forward.
So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Oh, I'm a detective. I'm just talking to random man sleeping. Yours?
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
All right, I'll let you sleep, man. You have a good day.
Doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Anything to say, Granny?
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a
Wait,
smile.
Who's Sweetie?
I mean, you like
You're a
me.
handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
In another time and place, she might have flirted back. But that ship sailed long ago.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Plan to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, riding backyards of corpses, catching sequences killers. Lost some cigarettes. I'm jonesing for a smoke.
Sequence killers? Oh my.
He's
But
nothing
I
for
think
it.
you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that. Huh. Funny how that happens. Damn, of course I forgot I had you. I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, forays into paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 hits are better than 1.
Thank you,
Or
but
2.
Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Oh,
Perhaps another time.
you seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
That is a horrid thing to say. I'm sorry, rude of me to mention the wheelchair.
I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous.
Her eyes glisten with admiration as she looks up at you.
Towering over her in your insignia, you make her feel safe.
Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to hang out in a chair playing pinball.
Actually, this machine is broken.
Taps on the greasy glass of the pinball machine.
It means I can't use my legs. I was in an accident some years back, injured in the line of duty, as they say.
Were you mounting there?
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What did you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
Oh.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
Runs her hands over the chrome wheels of their chair. Sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let me move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I'll be right. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Forgot I said anything. I drink so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Rolling in Rags cafeteria was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
We're all in hell. The edge of civilization.
In the city of Revachol, dear.
Actually, I don't know diddly squat about what kind of place is
How would
this?
I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most
Revachol,
beautiful
wow.
city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Been here in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Yo!
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's a dictatorship, but something tells me it's not. Well, these are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steed civilization, cows, and forests. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control. We are living under the cop regime now.
Oh no, nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own. Certainly no machines.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Thought I do.
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
You're kind of fucked in the head, man.
Buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
What is this revolution you mentioned?
Defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any
It
cops?
has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
You could tell me more.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Sweetie needs money. Does Sweetie get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
She's so sweet.
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
No. I can't do that. Ugh. What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
I could. Nah, she's too sweet. I can't do that.
No, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
Gotta get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
So sweet. Love this lady. Upstairs we go. Yep.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
That's fine. Lots. And back to my room. You probably have to look at your broken down bathroom door. Oh yeah, just remember, this isn't even really my house. I just annihilated.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Did it my way. This is where the magic
And
happens.
by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Oh, crimes against myself anyway.
I have no idea what that means.
Okay, man, let's leave.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. 2 hours.
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain on the counter.
Don't lick
What
it.
happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink. It would go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination.
Jeez, this thing's gonna be the death of me. I'm out. What does he want now?
Around you,
Oh,
rain
shivers.
falls on the great city of Rivershaw. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What did I see? Oh, never mind. I gotta remember, the white one is the one that I gotta be clicking. There are bottles inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. Book has a rose and a pistol and a half-naked dame on its cover. The book appears to be erotic, but without actual erotica. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book is about a book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Book about biodario culture. I'm pronounced that horribly wrong. This book you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower to even read the author's name. Jamkas from Elysium.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I'm the law.
I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
Oh, so I'm like amnesiac. Like, I don't remember a basic thing. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards. My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope
Your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling.
You're cold. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. I could help, but brutally dismantling the free market.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or
I
something?
do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School's stupid, you're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
First, in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Looking for the right word. Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
It sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Now your eyes and look through the creaking boards in the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
I don't have money. I have like 40 cents. What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
Again, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
You don't believe in ghosts. Lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Okay.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. It's that bad?
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman like, huh. Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She puts a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off
And
steam.
everything's better now, sir?
No.
Why is that?
Look at me, man. You should be a failure of a cop, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy without who he is.
Sir, please, sir, don't say things like that. You look nice enough.
Your morale will go down. That's enough for a small child, sure, maybe.
Don't be sad, sir. I'm sorry I said that thing about Dick Mullen.
You know, nobody actually looks like that guy. The picture that's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyways. It's your point to your head. Look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Yeah?
No, your resilience.
Huh. So, that means Mullen guy looks like a ample man. Who could respect that face? It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul. For a total disregard for personal safety. You gotta take the pain. This Mullen guy looks like he runs his mom.
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't think I understand. A policeman gotta have the right stuff. An ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. like in the books.
What is
It's
romance?
the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Well, I thought perhaps imagine yourself in the situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone's poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
See.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone's poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at
I
all?
haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciating, painfully breakup.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
I was just trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and it's really long and drawn out. Scared for a long phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Yeah, and it drags on for years and years with no resolution in
The
sight.
girl is at a loss for words.
Each year filling with resentment and bitterness for having ruined each other's lives.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
Each of you tearing at the other's innards, leaving a gaping emptiness, a vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help
This
you.
girl is killing my morale. I don't need help. I need a real book that tells it how it is, not this dribble. Can't you help me? I'm beyond help, right?
Sorry, sir. I'm still little. I can't.
It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself?
Why am I just lore dumping on this poor little girl? Not a single shred of pride remains in me. Damn, that's the line. Don't worry. Not a single...
This is your tiny chance for redemption. Apologize.
Little girl, I'm sorry, I got agitated. I just can't handle things sometimes. Let's get it back to books.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my morale's back. Oh, it took my pill. Okay. Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
Scratches her cold, reddened cheeks and then
I think
continues.
that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
And I became famous by reading one of these books.
I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
Famous sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Famous for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Never mind, I thought you had nothing else to say.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna deduce something now.
The girl keeps her
Yo!
hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. You could show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far
Turn me
more
hands
intrigued
up.
by the situation.
It's okay.
Is revealed. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Shoot you a suspicious glance. There's a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Something. You think so? Fine. Do better to do something about me.
You're quite sober.
I'm gonna ignore that one.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Okay, bye. See ya. Oh, I could talk to you.
Yes?
Yeah, I'll talk to you after. Get books of molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Keep tells me about the Muscle Man books. Oh, he's asking.
Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
This sounds like something I'd be interested
At
in.
last, someone sensible. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I'd love to, but I have no money. Yeah. I gotta get money by the end of the day. I forgot about that. I gotta I'll be back, lady. I need money. I need to pay my bill. Annette, you have a good day. If I have to dig through all the trash, I will. You got a bag in your hand. Perhaps you collect these bottles and sell them. I need a bag. I need money. I need money real bad. Hey. Hey, you down there. Is that a bag? I need money, man. Things I've seen and said. Do you need this? I'll take that, thank you very much. Blood or bullet holes lines the wall. Bottles, bottles, bottles. Can I... Okay, can't do that anymore.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
If you're focused on the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Well, I need bottles. So I can sell them, apparently. Ooh, we betting over here? Nope. You, old man.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Didn't they ask what the game is first?
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Okay, grab the ball and show them how it's done. Oh, uploading. What is happening?
You're immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight.
Taking the
nervous system
surroundings.
until a chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There's time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflected in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right tricep, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
Sensing anger, and I don't understand why.
Vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
No, I absolutely intentionally did that.
Of course there's harm done, you iron slug. You are as a goddamn bull.
Sure.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Brew! Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with
Cop
cops.
is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You know anything about the man hanged in... Nope. So you seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
By what?
Or was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here? They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
This place is the damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes, the military.
He finds
Oh,
your lack
didn't
of
mean to do that one.
knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Nothing. I don't think I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan. All this was reign as the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
Yeah, man. There's a man still hanging on a tree. I gotta take care of that.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Yep. Thanks, man. I'm never getting your ball back. So, have fun with that. No, it's balls worth a real man. Cracked pavement.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, interesting. Keep snow melts in the wheelbarrow.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course.
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Looking for a dead body?
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
That's all I really need.
No problem.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you, Jessica Gardner. Another question
I
then.
am pleased to meet you too, officer. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not touching a dead body with my bare hands. That's just not happening. Actually, do I have any items or anything? Oh yeah, I got a pen. A pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, the kind of expression adorns his face. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Master Man. Yeah. Yes. The money. This is how. No sleeping on the streets today. All of them. Hands, bottles, I want them all. The real question is, where am I putting them? I don't think this way. Oop, saw something for a second. Maybe a sea monster did this at the plaza. This must be his carrier.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
I'll come back to it. $16 bottles, okay. Where the body is. I don't know, but there's bottle here. That's a win for me. Oh, here, this way. Ooh. Kid, what are you doing?
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Hey, kid, a word, police business?
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
I'm using soils at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. It's good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
You do what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
He is?
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, kid!
Kuno's riding it, see?
Works foot from his brown sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
You kids siblings? You want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
Calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
Huh? Look, I have a question for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
You kids often play in the yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
I have a question later. From now on, let's talk about something
Yeah,
else.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Why are you talking about yourself in the third person? What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Oh, yeah, what do I know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
You see anyone suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Do you know how to get it up there? Or how it got up there?
Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happen.
You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
Looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City.
Where's Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
You know who he is?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Oh, fuck you. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
Testing Kuno's patience, yeah.
Get lost,
Let's see. I gotta ask, who's gonna?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
Primal. Violent.
So you refer to yourself in the third person.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with
This was a good one.
But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
Thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in there in Kuno! Some
Don't punch him. It's a bad idea. Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
Prince is around, eyes bulging out of the socket, rolling around, yelling out the windows.
Rolling super hard. He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Who put you up to this?
No one. Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Don't put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Did Garrett put you up to this?
Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno! No! Get up, Kuno, you sick fat fuck! Look, I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Yes, how do I get back to it? I want to go back to that thought. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down.
What's happening?
You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks he's established dominance over you.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
It looks like spoiled meat and curdled dairy, a human being decomposing. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Your test.
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay, let's see. So I'm trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. What was in here? Oh, money. I need that. Its ladder's rickety, but still climbable.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot.
It must have been raining. He's all bloated.
Through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is this? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Okay.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
I might as well check.
There are several footprints in the mud, maybe more than 12.
No way!
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, aren't I?
Not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Huh? Way off. Way.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light steps at number 41 shoe.
A woman or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one, 200 kilograms imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Could have been an extremely obese person, too.
From here, the boot the victim wears.
Lieutenant stopped in mid-sentence. A sudden change in wind. Direction blows a central rotting meat right in the face. He tries to continue.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gust.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone
What is boots?
Are any of the other prints deep enough?
God, what was that?
The wind keeps changing. Are any of the prints deep enough in your opinion?
Yes.
Which ones?
One at the pine tree.
That's a tree. I think we're close to a conclusion here. Possibly, yes.
An aberration. One sole smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
If only I had come up with that idea.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
I'm not sure. We don't want to attract too much attention.
You're right. Let's keep a low profile.
How do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Okay, that's about it. Can I...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
No, converse with me. You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me.
They're almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me. Fuck does Kuno care?
Okay, interesting.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of
I
the
hate this kid.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Bottles? Check out this ladder.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is
It's
this?
nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Why am I looking at the pile of the roofing material? 25% chance.
Because there's a
Nice.
secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Ugh. MC2 to Magnus sold them. Magnesium supplements. It's a really cool coat. Which I can't seem to reach. Pure pig head. It looks mummified. The poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
That's still my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Stop trying to get me to take drugs.
Isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was just thinking about justice.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Money. Always love that. Got a whole $1. I could climb up that way, but it's sounding like... over here? It sounded like it's going to take me to the other area. I want to check over here quick.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta.
Locked. What are you doing?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Ben yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. I am the law.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The brood-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then yes.
Ha! Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side.
What kind of cars are we trying to push?
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Loading man hollers in return. I want to get in the harbor.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't my area, dude. Like, there's different sections.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs under
Yeah?
his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
How come you built like a brick shit house, but the other scabs are so scrawny?
I work hard, and I would work even harder if the fuckers would let us work!
Who are all these strike
Honest
backers?
men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where you from?
What's it to you?
Moon team part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes.
I only fight for the rights of people.
Interesting in your
Workers,
background.
right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Quartet Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
It was a long time ago.
Man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. What's your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Have you ever considered storming like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I'm just gonna leave now. Okay, interesting. I think I'm gonna call it there. Save my game real quick. This is fun. This is interesting. Definitely something different. I really like how this game's going so far. And just so many choices you can actually go in and do. I'm having a great time with this. But I'm done for today. Ugh. As usual, anyone that stopped by for the stream, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.